Hello, good evening. What I'd like to do now is cover some of the highlights of the year for the Amphibian Reptile Group of Lancashire. I'm really sorry I can't be with you in person, but I'm travelling back from working away this evening. So very best wishes to you all, and I look forward to seeing you next time we can all meet in person. So we have managed, despite COVID, we've managed to do 8 tasks this year. We had 2 at Risley Moss, which is a wonderful mossland site near Warrington. Habitat management for reptiles, primarily including removal of scrub. You can see what we're doing there. And we had, as I say, 2 tasks. And on the both of the tasks, we built up this high binocular feature you can see there on the right, which is better than burning everything, which is quite often what happens. And as you can see, 2 chainsaws on the job there, and the rangers treated the stumps afterwards. Did a bit of pond management up near Preston. And what we were hoping was going to be our big project of the year was reptile surveys at Risley Moss. We had a lot of interest. We had about 20 volunteers wanted to take part. We made up 300 tins to go out on the site. And for anybody who's planning a reptile survey, I can assure you, making up a set of reptile tins is a huge time-consuming task. So I spent about a day and a half on that. And after that, of course, we've got to get them out on the site. And we started doing that, and I'm afraid all the plans got put on hold. So this year we want to get back to Risley Moss and continue with those reptile surveys. There are adders on the site, and that's really unusual for the northwest of England, where we don't have many. We did 2 tasks at a site near Blackburn, removal of Himalayan balsam surrounding some ponds that we created in 2008. And also we did a bit of habitat management work on the site, and we dug out a new pond, which you can see on the right-hand side of the screen there, along with some nice socially distant photographs, which you can see there as well. So the pond took us 2 tasks to dig that out. It's not all that deep. It's quite easy to dig the pond, but moving the spoils around was the difficult part of the task. I've said we had 2 publications. That sounds a bit grand, but we produced 2 PDFs. We had a review of our year, which we've done every year since 2010. It's quite useful to remind ourselves what we've done over the course of the year, and it's a useful record for future reference as to what the group's been doing. So we produced that, and also a case study of the ponds near Pleasington, which is Blackburn, the site I just mentioned before with the Himalayan balsam and pond digging stuff. We created those ponds in 2008, and they're now at the stage where they need a bit of management work. So it's quite interesting to see the progression over time. So we've recorded it there in that case study. Looking ahead, we've got a project called What's in Your Pond. Not very original, so obvious other people have thought of that title as well. So it's not the only What's in Your Pond project going at the moment, but we originally came up with that project in 2013, and it's fallen by the wayside a bit for the last few years for various reasons. And we've dusted it down, sorted it out, and we're on with that now, especially as we can't get out and do the practical habitat management work. We're hoping to engage people via via the internet. So we've got, as you can see, a little Twitter account, Instagram and Facebook. We're trying to spread the word to encourage people to take more interest in ponds, especially around garden pond, and encouraging people to survey the garden ponds for amphibians and to submit their records via our website. And all those records will go to the record pool once we're finished. Look forward to the coming year. More habitat management at Risley Moss, which would be fantastic. It would be really nice to focus on that site and make a really good contribution to the habitat management work. Although the rangers are doing a great job, they would benefit from support from us. Excuse me. The surveys, again, going back to the reptile surveys at Risley, it'd be great to continue that work. Amphibian surveys, we always intend to get amphibian surveys done in the spring, but most of our members are ecologists, and it's always difficult to get people out surveying because it's such a busy time of year. Public engagement, mentioned the What's in Your Pond project, and our aspiration is to produce some educational materials as part of that project to support homeschooling. I hope we're not going to be homeschooling for very much longer, but it will be of use to schools anyway in the long run. So I think what we have found already with that is doing that without input from teachers is a pretty impossible task. So we have got somebody on board who's helping and assisting, and certainly if anybody with teaching experience is happy to input into some educational materials, we're very pleased to hear from them and have that assistance. So that's a very quick run through. I've tried to keep it fairly brief because I know we've got quite a lot of people to speak, and we're probably coming towards the end of the evening, so you're probably ready to get off anyway. But I wish you all the very best for the coming year. And perhaps last of all, a very big thank you to Angela and Chris. I know how much work there is in the background to keeping ARG UK going. It's just a never-ending stream of stuff to do. So thank you very much to Angela and Chris for keeping everything going. And as I say, I look forward to seeing you all in person as soon as possible. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much, David.